submit it in October. So I just was planning, okay, how am I gonna like build anticipation for this album? And I was just like, all right, New Year's, because obviously you want to start Q1. You're with a brand new company. Like, I'm not about to start halfway through Q4 in the middle of the holidays, and
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, it almost feels selfish unless you're like Drake or somebody, where like, you know, everyone just sits still and listens anytime you drop. It's like, yeah. So basically, yeah, it's just a process of planning more than anything else. It's not even really the music. Business beats talent in the music industry. And it's not like that in every other industry. If you're a basketball player, your talent is everything. It don't matter. It don't matter what you saying off the court. It don't matter what you doing, how you
Yeah,
look,
it's
how
true.
you carry yourself. If you putting up 60 points a game and 10 rebounds and 10 steals and 10 assists, then it's just like, bruh, you're hooping. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And that's just straight up undeniable. In music, you can have somebody that's putting up 10 points that has a crazy amount of flair and they have 3 rebounds but it looks good, and then they have a steal but they just get a crazy press release on it or something like that, and now all of a sudden these people are superstars.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it's just like, it's not a fair game, so you kind of, like I said, just playing to it, understanding that the system's not right but still like doing what you can to navigate through it, because you can't just lay down or you're gonna get fucked.
True. True, and that's an interesting concept because at first, when you first said that, I was almost going to interject and say, I think it's like that in everything. But then when you went on with the basketball illustration, that's true. I mean, you can beat, now, granted, if your business isn't good, you might be the star player and making shit for it, in comparison to other people because you didn't handle your business right. But like you said, it doesn't necessarily matter about your public image or whatever else is going on. Dennis Rodman did just fine. You know what I mean? Like,
Matters a lot less.
yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I think it's so important to make sure in whatever you're doing that your business is legit, and then knowing, like you said, especially in the music industry, it's whoever has the most money behind them. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like that's what you're gonna hear on the radio. That's what you're gonna hear in rotation. But when you're putting in the type of work you've been putting in with the different songs and stuff like that, and that was where I was kind of diving in there. It was the same thing with like when Kanye West, and a lot of people consider this his best album, like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, or at least a lot of people consider it like the perfect album, you know. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like he was making so much music in that time that he's doing, Good Fridays where he's just giving away music because there's so much being produced. But yet that was like a brilliant marketing plan because every Friday you're getting new songs from the album, and most of them ain't even going to be on the album, so you know that you're going to get more music in the end, and so it's a great marketing way to build it up. But it comes through having this great work ethic of just being in the zone, producing the product, and then figuring out, how do I market that product? You know what I mean? How do I get the anticipation to be built for that? I was watching the Carter documentary, and to see
Mm-hmm.
Lil Wayne like at his pinnacle of the Carter 3, and every time he's like in a hotel room, he's got a black bag that he's opening up and he's getting the mic out, and it's like, dude, this dude's just never working. Even when they tell him that the Carter 3 sold 1 million in 1 week, he's on the tour bus recording. And they're like,
Yeah.
you sold 1 million? He's like, dude, I was just recording. Like,
Yeah. Don't
that's it.
interrupt me.
I'm just
I'm
recording.
about to sell another million.
Yeah, I'm focusing on the next. Or like when Jordan wins a championship, and then you see him on the sideline and he's holding up 3, and he just won the second one though, but he's holding up 3, and then he wins the third one, he's holding up 4. Like he's already thinking about, well, what's that next one look like? I got 5. What's 6 feel like?
No, for real.
So yeah, man, I love that. I love the constantly grinding and just having the product ready, because you never know when that moment's going to happen. Sometimes we get those moments where it's the layup, it's the alley oop, it's all the things are coming together, and so like you said, it's like, hey, wait a minute, the new year's coming, everyone has that whole like new year, new me mindset anyways. Let me just play into that a little bit. You know what I mean? Let me just pick that time to roll with it. And so, yeah, man, I love that.
For real.